Hi, my name is Ari Ravitz and I'm the CEO of Organica Water. And I'm here to talk to you today about applications of the Organica FCR solution for upgrade of existing wastewater treatment plants. There are 5 types of applications for upgrade of existing plants where Organica FCR tends to make sense in 2 broad categories. The first is when an upgrade is required and there's a limited amount of space available at the existing site for the treatment plant. Why would the upgrade be required? There's 3 reasons. The first would be an increase in the effluent limits or standards. For example, a plant that was originally set up so that it was only to remove carbon, or BOD and COD, and now it needs to remove nutrients such as nitrogen or ammonia. In those cases, Organica FCR can intensify the biology using the existing reactor volume by inserting our biomodules and adding real estate through plant root structures, both natural plant roots as well as our engineered plant root systems, which can intensify the biology 3 to 4 times. The second example within that category group would be if you need to increase the hydraulic capacity of a treatment plant and you don't have the space to do it, and you're still treating the same loads and the same effluent requirements. In those cases, again, we can intensify the biology up to 3 to 4 times, and we can deal with the higher capacities. The third example would be within this broad group would be if the flow stays the same and the effluent limits stay the same, but the loads increase. And in fact, our largest upgrade to date is an 80,000 cubic meter per day plant in Budapest, Hungary, where they have an anaerobic digester on site. And that anaerobic digester is a great revenue source for the utility. However, it produces a very strong leachate, which effectively increased the loads to the existing treatment plant. So they had to continue to meet the limits with these increasing loads, and they intensified the biology in the same space by using Organica FCR. So that's that first broad group with those 3 applications. The second group would be related to the aesthetics and appearance of Organica plants, which are really very unique relative to anything else you see in the industry. And we see 2 drivers there. The first is when the plant was built and there was nothing around it, but over time the population has grown out and is close to the city, and the city is effectively expanded, and as the city expands, it reaches the wastewater treatment plant. You start to get a lot of complaints from the surrounding community about the odor and about the aesthetics of the treatment plant. And so by changing it from a conventional plant that smells and doesn't look very nice to a beautiful aquatic greenhouse, you really improve your relations with the community. And in fact, we've seen that in a lot of our treatment plants. For example, there's one in France where at the opening ceremony, we had 800 people show up for wine and cheese for the opening of a wastewater treatment plant. I don't think you would see that with an activated sludge plant. And the final example would be if the value of the land around the treatment plant has become very high. Originally, maybe it was a low-value land, but as the population has grown in around it and the value of the land is high, by converting, again, a conventional plant to an Organica plant, you can effectively increase the value of the land around the treatment facility, and that helps real estate developers. It helps the utilities to have better relationships with the surrounding community. So those are the 5 main applications for upgrading existing treatment works using Organica FCR. And I want to just close by talking about 2 benefits that happen in all of those cases. The first would be that by upgrading with FCR, you effectively lower the energy consumption of the treatment plant on a kilowatt hour per cubic meter basis. And this is, again, because of some of the unique properties of the Organica FCR solution. So you lower the energy consumption, and at the same time you also can lower the excess sludge production, and in that case by up to 35%. So by doing both of those things, you're effectively lowering the operating costs of the facility. Now, we don't necessarily see lower OPEX as a driver for economics for a complete upgrade, but it is a substantial benefit that comes when you look at Organica FCR versus other alternatives for upgrading a treatment plant. So hopefully that was helpful for you, and I'll speak to you again soon. Thanks.